In honor of the third season of Spyxfamily, I wanted to make a video going over the political conflicts that happens in the story. This video contains spoilers and includes the most relevant information up to volume 15 of the manga. I will not be going into depth about each of the characters. This is mainly an overview, as this video is not meant to replace watching the actual show. In the description, I will link resources I used to make this video, and thank you for watching. The story narrates the political conflicts between two neighboring nations, Westalis, located to the west, and Ostania, located to the east. Their disputes arose from political and social differences, which led to a war with the attempt to unify the two nations. The first war mentioned was called the First East-West War of Unification. This war was fueled by Ostania with the intention of merging with Westalis. Although there is currently not much information on the manga, we know that Ostania held propaganda campaigns to justify and gain support from its citizens for the war, something that most likely also happened in the West. One notable development took place at Eden Academy, the school Anya attends, which has historically, up to the present, promoted nationalistic ideas and made sure to maintain the loyalty of the kids of the elites. They held mandatory military training courses and army assemblies. During that time, the ruling political party was the National Unity Party, which historically propagated anti-Westalis views. Many people lost their lives on both sides, including civilians. Ultimately, both nations opted for a ceasefire and made a pact to end their conflicts, with neither of them winning. But after 10 years, a second war began. Propaganda against the neighboring countries grew between the two, and the tension started to rise with the boiling point invaded Westalis' eastern area and bombed the province of Luan. This marked the start of the Second East-West War of Unification. Eventually, they also orchestrated air raids, which affected provinces like Kimber, where the mother of the main male protagonist lost her life. The true nation of the first event is unknown, as Ostanian citizens believe it was what is known as a false flag operation to incite the war, as this was what their government told them. False flag operation refers to the harmful event or action that is executed to appear as being done by someone other than the person responsible. On the other hand, Westalis believed that this was perpetrated by the Ostanian government. During this war, Ostania was also governed by the National Unity Party, at the beginning led by the Prime Minister Shatman and then by Donovan Desmond. During the war, the government held secret human experiments and the Project Apple, with the hopes of forming a stronger army. Ostanian territory was also attacked by the Westalis army, with one of these attacks taking the life of the main female protagonist's parents. Westalis is also rumored to have committed Prime of War massacres. By the end of the war, the National Unity Party started to lose power and was replaced by Liz Hounskin's administration. Up until the present, the Ostanian government has tried to improve relationships with Westalis and shut down all the experiments. Some of the agreements to end the war included that a part of the Ostanians' southwest forest could not be militarized. In the present, 10 years have passed since the Second War, and recently a Westalis diplomat passed away during a car accident in Ostania. This led to the Westalis intelligence agency to believe that this was not an accident and that the National Unity Party had something to do with this, and that another war was imminent. To prevent this, they started Operation Strix to secure peace between the two nations. Currently, although keeping peace, you could argue they are undergoing a Cold War, which the series refers to as an intense war of information. After giving a wide overview of the three main events that have occurred, I will go over the experiments and the organization that were formed. Operation Strix is a mission created by Westalian intelligence to maintain peace between Westalis and Ostania by monitoring Donovan Desmond, the chairman of the National Unity Party. Due to Desmond's recluse and reserved personality, the male protagonist, in spite of Westalis intelligence, known as Twilight, impersonated the identity of Anya Forge and created a fake family consisting of a fake wife and an adopted child who is pretending to be his biological child. For this mission, he enrolls his daughters in the Eden Academy, where Donovan's two sons attend. Anya is suspected to get close with Desmond's son, Damian, or become an imperial scholar so Lo can infiltrate Desmond's social group. Eden Academy is a prestigious private school located in the capital of Ostania, Berlint. The school has a study body of around 2,500 students whose ages range from 6 to 19. Many of its students and alumni are of high status. The school is known for honoring its students with stellar stars to acknowledge exceptional grades and contribution to society. Earning 8 stars will result in the student becoming one of the imperial scholars. They also give turning bolt to students who have had bad grades or misbehave. Earning 8 will result in the immediate expulsion of the student. Project Apple was a research project created by the Ostanian government during the Second War while under the government of the National Unity Party. The goal was to create intelligent animals for military purpose. During the experiment, the animals were abused and some were trained for combat. After the end of the war, the project was shut down and some of ended up in the black market. During the present times, a group of terrorists from the Berlint University purchased some of the dogs used during the Project Apple. They planted bombs on the dogs and several other areas throughout Berlin with the hopes of instigating a war. This was a false flag operation as they were hoping for the Westalis to be blamed for it. Fortunately, the plan was unsuccessful, ending with the arrest of the criminals, and the Westalis intelligence got a hold of the dogs. One of the dogs is Mont, who gets adopted by the Forge family and who is able to read the future, and Aaron, who is adopted by Sylvia, the commanding officer of WISE. Now let's talk about the 4 main organizations throughout the series. These being the Westalis Intelligence, the State Security Service, the National Unity Party, and Garden. Westalian Intelligence is an agency in Westalis whose main purpose is to maintain the peace between the West and the East. The male protagonist works within the Westalian Intelligence Service Eastern Focus Division, also refers to as WISE. WISE has many agents dispersed throughout Ostania to identify and control threats that attempt to disturb the country's diplomatic relations. WISE has spies planted in Ostanian intelligence to gain information. They also have informants, who are individuals who help WISE agents, but not all are affiliated with the Westalian intelligence. The State Security Service, also known as the Secret Police, was established in Ostania. Their main purpose is to capture spies. Due to their hostility, they are feared by the citizens. People can report individuals who they seem suspicious to the secret police. The suspects are later arrested and tortured to make them talk. After this, some of them are released but kept under supervision, some become informants, and others are forced to disappear eternally, if you know what I mean. Some of its members are also affiliated with the National Unity Party and Ostania's Justice Department. The Guardian Assassin Syndicate is a group of assassins established in Ostania. One of its members worth mentioning is the female protagonist, Jord, whose nickname is Thorn Princess. Their existence is kept a secret, with only some members of the state security knowing about them. The organization is led by a shopkeeper. They eliminate traitors in Ostania. Sometimes they accept missions from the secret police, and at the same time they reject anything they have no interest in doing. The National Unity Party is an Ostanian political party currently led by Denovan Desmond. They ruled the nation until the end of the Second War, when Desmond resigned as Prime Minister. In the present, WISE is afraid that they might be planning another war. Now it's time to talk about the Red Circus. The Red Circus began as a student movement advocating for peace and equality. During their early days, they used more pacifist strategies, but then the security forces turned violent against them. This led to the death of some of its members, including Biddy, the daughter of the group's current leader, Billy Square. Now, the Red Circus is a more radical organization that uses more violent methods to seek justice, being categorized as a radical terrorist group. We later learned that the group has been targeted by Garden. We could argue this was something ordered by the secret police. Finally, let's talk about Anya Forge. She's a telepath whose abilities allow her to read the minds of humans and animals. Her abilities were created in an experiment done by an unknown organization, where she was addressed as Test Subject 007. We do know that 2 of the male scientists were also involved in the Project Apple. This could lead us to believe that the government, while being ruled by the National Unity Party, has some involvement. Currently, there is not much information about Anya's past, besides the fact that she escaped the facilities in which the tests were being held. This led us to this messy summary of the political context in Spyxfamily. These were the most relevant things that we know of up to this date. However, now that I'm looking back at the information, it sort of looks like I'm putting the blame on the Ostanian government. I just wanted to let you know that I'm not being biased and that this is really the information currently available. If anything, something I like about the way Tatsuya Endo wrote the manga is that there is no clear enemy, because that's the cruel reality of many wars. People defending and dying for the interests of the people in power, while disguising it as patriotism or defending your country. Since the scenery of these stories mainly set in Ostania, and the political conflict is mainly narrated by the male protagonist, it is normal that much of the information revolves around them, for now. The reality is that the story is still ongoing and that we have so much more to know.